Okay, we want to take you live now to Etobicoke. This is where Premier Doug Ford and its finance minister will be making an announcement. We'll listen into this announcement.
Bringing the successes of this model to Ontario, which ensures convenience and choice for our customers and a viable future for our retailers. Thank you so much, and it is now my great pleasure to introduce Minister of Finance, Minister Peter Bethlenfalvy.
Well, thank you very much, Anne, and good morning, everyone. And you know, you've done a great job leading the Convenience Industry Council of Canada, and thank you for being part of today's announcement. You know, it's great to be here in Etobicoke again with our great friend and the colleague and Premier of Ontario, Doug Ford. And of course, he knows this because I tell him my parents live just down the street. My cousin Jane and John live on each side of Royal York, my aunt and uncle, my sisters, my nephew. So big responsibilities here in Etobicoke, and I can't think of a better representative, not only for Etobicoke, but all of Ontario than Premier Ford. I'd also like to recognize my parliamentary assistant, Rick Byers, who's done a lot of work on this file and getting us to where we are today. So thank you, Rick. I want to also give a big shout out to the many industry associations and partners who have joined us. They're just outside because the room was just a little too small for everyone to be here, but they are here and they are thrilled. And I want to also say a big shout out to, you know, getting to today, and this is a big day for Ontario, for the people of Ontario. But it's also because of our great public sector workers, our Secretary of Cabinet, our Deputy Minister, Greg Orenchek, and the whole team in the public service who help us get to a day like today. So I just want to thank them for their public service. They're the unsung heroes behind all of us. You know, since 2018, our government has taken steps to give people more options to purchase their beer, their wine, and their cider. Depuis 2018, notre gouvernement a pris des mesures pour offrir aux gens plus d'options pour l'achat de la bière, du vin, et du cidre. We've made it possible to purchase alcohol with takeout and delivery orders at more than 18,000 restaurants and bars. It's now possible to support small local producers and buy alcohol at farmers markets. In all, we've expanded the sale of beverage alcohol to hundreds of new points of sale. But the Master Framework Agreement, signed by the previous government in 2015, limited us on how far we could expand the sale of alcohol in Ontario. This is because the agreement limited the number of and types of retail stores that could sell alcohol, creating less choice and creating inconvenience for consumers. Well, today, we're taking the next step to change that. And I'm very proud and pleased that today that we're going to share with you the information that the government has informed the beer store that the Master Framework Agreement will not be renewed after it expires on December 31, 2025. And as we take this step forward today, we will ensure that Ontario's alcohol retail landscape continues to be stable, smooth, and responsible. I'd now like to welcome my colleague, and it's a great honor to introduce Premier Doug Ford to the podium to discuss in more detail the biggest step yet by our government to deliver on our promise to consumers. Thank you very much.
Thanks, Peter. Thank you. Well, good morning, everyone. It's great to be here in the great state of Etobicoke, beautiful Etobicoke. And I'm just waiting for the Minister, Bethlenfalvy, to move here eventually, because all your relatives are here and so on and so forth. And MPP Rick Byers, Rick, you've done an incredible job in this file, and we're very, very grateful. I also want to recognize Anne. And thank you so much for all the work that you've done, and all the stakeholders that are just outside this door. They've been absolutely incredible, and all our association partners that are here today. Thank you for joining us for this very special announcement. In 2018, we made a promise to you. We made a promise to the people of Ontario to bring beer and wine to convenience and grocery stores across Ontario. Today, we are thrilled to be delivering on that commitment with the largest expansion of consumer choice and convenience since the end of Prohibition almost 100 years ago. By no later than January 2026, people in Ontario will be able to buy beer, wine, cider, and other ready-to-drink alcohol beverages like coolers and seltzers at their local convenience store, just like this one, or at grocery and big box stores. Spirits like vodka, gin, and whiskey will continue to be sold at the LCBO. This expanded marketplace will give people more choice, more convenience, and more time. Folks, we all have busy lives, so just imagine on a Friday night in December, instead of being stuck in a long lineup at the LCBO, you'll be able to pop into your local convenience store or grab a bottle of wine at a local retailer or big box store before heading out to the holiday party. Or in the summer, you'll be able to buy a case of beer at a grocery or big box store while you're stocking up on food and snacks ahead of your vacation up north or out east at the cottage. These new rules finally put Ontario in line with Quebec and other provinces and pretty well everywhere else in the world, because there's absolutely no reason that people in Ontario shouldn't enjoy the same convenient shopping experience as other Canadians do. In addition to the expanded marketplace, we're going to remove restrictions on the size of bundled packages so that people can purchase a 12-pack, 24-packs, or even 30-packs of beer, cider, and ready-to-drink alcohol beverages, regardless of where they make their purchase. And we're going to make sure Ontario-made products, including wine and craft beer, continue to receive dedicated shelf space, and that local producers receive the supports they need to grow their sales and protect their workforce. This new open marketplace is going to create new opportunities for local brewers, wineries, and retailers. It's going to support local jobs, and most importantly, it's going to give people more choice and convenience. Friends, since we're first elected in office in 2018, our government has been working hard to make life easier and more convenient for Ontario families. All across government, we're putting customers first. We're modernizing outdated regulations and reducing and eliminating unnecessary red tape that costs people time and money. We're working for you. Thank you to everyone for joining us today. Happy holidays, Merry Christmas, and may God bless the people of Ontario. Thank you.